Time to do some sketchy shit. Doo-dah, doo-dah. Hope I get away with it. Oh, the doo-dah day.
Yes, that sounds like an excellent idea!
Bang, it's full house. Welcome to Stupid O'Clock, everybody.
Howdy.
Hello.
I don't know if y'all saw it, but my wife walked in and handed me something. I have to take care of something, so I'm going to have to throw it to Dan and John right now, and I'll be back in probably about 20 minutes.
We'll try and survive.
All right.
Good luck.
For Zach.
All right, catch y'all in a bit.
Now, one of the weird thing was when we were back in the green room and the opening was rolling, Zach was the first person that Joe Dog popped up. I'm going, oh no, he's not going to make Zach introduce the show.
I could do it just fine.
I know you could, but you were looking down. It would take you like another 30 seconds extra to notice that it was you, Johnny, on the spot, and we have a Richie.
I've even practiced my.
Whoa, John.
Hi, Rich.
I've even practiced my intro. You turned on the wrong channel. Have a good night. Click next.
Swipe left.
I am still listening.
Are you rearranged, Rich?
Ask us if we even care.
Yeah.
Oh, one of them days, huh?
So, how's everybody doing tonight? I guess that's the first question we get asked.
Good.
Great.
Sorry, I missed last week on everything, but that whole
Hey,
family thing.
you were family, yeah. So no big
You guys
deal.
all learned it's not my fault.
You were raised to be as you are,
Hmm.
and your mom's cute.
I was trying to get her to do the mom face, but she wouldn't do it.
Oh my
Goodness
God!
Hey,
Holy
Skunk.
shit! I gotta
Oh,
come back in on that.
Hey,
No,
everybody say hi to Hyundai.
Hey, Hyundai.
Hey,
Is that the car you found her under?
Yes,
Okay.
we found her in the engine bay of our Elantra.
Aww.
oh,
Yep, she's my baby girl. We were gonna bring her to HallowCon, but then we found out that Bob has a no cats policy. Then I found out people were bringing freaking bearded dragons and snakes, and I was pissed.
Oh.
We should have brought her anyway.
all right, Skunk. I got something I got to handle, take care of here off screens. But yeah, I'm glad you're here.
Okay.
yeah, really. Don't vanish on us. We
This-
don't get to see
Yeah,
you.
he
often
just
enough.
vanished. He just vanished, and nobody's giving him crap.
No, we gave
We
him crap
always
before
give
you
He
him
got
crap.
here.
disappears all the
What are you
time.
talking
We're
about?
used to it.
It's like
Um,
he's the one that's supposed to be hosting this show, and
Have
he's
you
never
ever
here.
seen him and Donna together? Okay, we don't have to give him crap. We just got to put them in the same room together.
And not Aunt Donna, but
No, not Aunt
His-
Donna. No,
yeah.
Joe Donna.
I'm pretty sure if
redheaded
you
daughter.
no, I was there. I was there a couple of years ago. Aunt Donna gave him tons of crap. It was great.
Hey, he asked for it.
Oh, and she is so good at that.
Both Donnas.
Hey, Rob.
Yeah, Rob Brown is with us in the peanut gallery or the comments, whichever is more polite.
Can the people at home see the comments?
They can if they are on YouTube, actually.
If they're in the same room.
Okay,
On
that's
YouTube.
Yeah.
And Rob and Carl happen to be in the same room.
But if you're and if you have hosting capabilities, you're one of the people that is considered a host on here. You can also click to highlight a comment, like.
Yep.
But I'm pretty sure you all know that.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. Oh, nope, she's bored now.
I was gonna say Hyundai's battery looks a lot like it's doing a lot better than my Hyundai's battery.
Rob, I'm not sure if I could post that comment because
She just fell.
Oh.
You okay, sweetie?
That's
She was trying to crawl. She was trying to crawl across my arm. I made a little bridge for her, and then she just fell.
Here's my butt, Dad.
There's a butt. There's internet butt.
So okay, Rob, I lost the butt in the background, but Skunk's got the butt in the foreground now. Now my couch, when I'm in the living room as opposed to where I'm at now, the couch, he said that looked like a butt, the way the cushion was.
okay, we'll.
I'm
accept
suddenly
that and
reminded
move,
of a George Winston.
move along on that basis.
George Clinton.
Stick around for Last Man Standing, and you'll get to see the butt that Rob is talking about.
Oh my.
It's the butt of the joke.
Oh, maybe
And
Rob likes
it might
butts.
actually be Bertha butt, but then again, good Lord, Skunk, how you been doing? Miss you. I'm sure Lindsay.
Are you done now?
I'm sure Lindsay would tell me to say hi and she loves you, but she's watching British murder mysteries right now and trying to go to sleep.
Are you? What are you doing? Make a decision.
Being a cat.
It's a cat.
Mhm.
They don't
If it's
make
doing
the-
cat things. Yes. Fucking
She's
meow. I meant
she's
to do that. Fucking meow.
nope. She went over to go say hi to Dakota, and hey, that's people food.
Oh,
Cats
well,
don't eat pizza.
Like that.
unless the people are not watching real quick. Yeah. And
Consider those
She-
fighting words.
give our love to Dakota too, because
Yes.
Hey, they said hi.
Hi.
They said they give their love to you.
I'm gonna pass my ears.
Go ahead.
Rob is throwing.
There's
darts.
Dakota. Bye, Dakota.
Dakota,
Hi, Dakota. Bye, Dakota.
like all the women in my life, she does not seem very impressed.
Oh, darling. I'm impressed. You know that.
Oh well, up close and personal. Some people have not had that experience.
That's true. That's true.
Now she's a background kitty. I'm talking about you.
Aw.
Trying to imitate the pillow on the wall.
First we showed near, now we show far. Near, far.
Yeah, I'm solo tonight. Sometimes I have one back there. Sometimes I have
That's-
one over there. They don't
You know,
like-
it's really funny that you bring that up because that's another thing from Syphil and Ollie, the same little sock puppet show that inspired Dawn's HallowCon costume from the end of the show. It's there is a thing where they're being beat poets. The one goes, "Now I'm near, now I'm far."
Grover used to do that on Sesame Street too.
Yeah, oh yeah.
I'm near,
Grover.
I'm far. Yeah,
I'm so glad that it didn't become a musical number. Of course, the fellow that wrote Short People, Randy Newman, probably would have written it for Grover if he had known it was needed. And it would have been a #1 hit on MTV back when MTV actually showed music videos.
Misty gets so mad at me over that song.
Yeah, my mother didn't like that song either. Big silence.
MTV Classics still does play videos.
I'm not particularly fond of it myself.
Well,
You're just
the
got a
disembodied
problem.
voice of Joe Dog just spoke.
You
Grant.
just got a problem with Randy
Hey,
Newman
Grant.
over that one hit from the 90s. So, I understand.
Oh, the great thing is, if Misty does get too pissed off at me, I just have to spill some grains of rice behind me. Takes her too long to walk around each one because she's too short to go over.
So, which hit from the '90s Randy Orton or Randy Newman
Randy
song
Newman?
are you talking about? Like
People.
from Wit? No, that's from the '70s. Which Disney song are you?
It was on MTV in the 90s.
I was gonna say your voice is in my head. Oh wait, wrong. Sorry.
I was gonna say what Disney movie are you talking about?
I promised I wouldn't make those kind of jokes about Joe Dog. I greatly upset him once, and I instantly regretted it, and I promised I would never do it again. But it was a good joke. He hated me for at least a week after that. I try not to piss Joe Dog off too much because he has been a great and good friend and has helped me out quite a lot in many ways. Lindsay is extremely grateful that we were able to snag the vendor tables that she wanted in the vendor suite for HallowCon next year. I'm one no on that one. And my alarm clock will only go off 19 more times before I retire.
Yay.
Or work.
They're already going, what are we going to do when you're gone? I tried to train y'all, but you wouldn't listen.
Oh,
Thank
it's
you very
like
much. I'm
Grant's
out of here. Goodbye.
Well, it's been so long since I've seen Skunk, I barely recognized him.
I
Really?
just read that.
Really, Grant? Well, I mean, Skunk has been a busy fellow. He's got
Not lately. I'm unemployed again. Technically.
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 Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, thank you, Rob. Congrats on my retirement. Yes. And
Are you actually retired, or are you just fake retired?
I will be collecting my pension in Social Security by mid-February of next year.
Cool.
And I only have to work 4-day work weeks for the rest of the year. So by New Year's Day, I will have 2 days left to work, January 2nd and February 8th, because I'm going to take all my vacation time in one big chunk.
There you go.
And they're going to pay me. And then if they telephone me and say, how do we do this? I go, okay, Jim Rockford taught me how to deal with y'all. Consultant's fee, $1,000 an hour, 6-hour minimum, no matter how long it takes me to do the damn job. If I have to show up in person, $200 extra an hour bonus. I left you everything that I have learned in the last 46 years on thumb drives, and I have trained people, or tried to. The ones that listen know how to do the work. The ones that won't listen, why did you hire those children?
I know that all too well.
Yeah.
Yeah,
really.
that's exactly unfortunately old children too. Old children.
Mm-hmm.
People that never
They
got out
don't. They
of
don't
high
have to
school
be.
that know that.
Yeah, they don't have to be. They don't have to be younger than you to be a child. I've discovered at my last
true.
job, which is why I got fired, because I ain't gonna deal with that crap. I'll tell somebody straight up they're being an asshole, and apparently HR doesn't like that.
Email came through today. Hey, these files are supposed to eventually make their way to the portal for the firm. Have they made their way there yet? I'm like, no, nobody's given me the green light to put them up there. My manager today told me go ahead and put them up there. Send an email back to the help desk manager saying yes, they're going to be up there. And then the help desk manager had to reply with, but are they going to be the exact same file names? Our naming convention for our training materials is not that difficult. IT training, I manage work 10, saving a document, new document. I manage saving a document, new version of a document. It's not rocket science. Mm-hmm. So I got snippy with my manager. I'm like, if they can't figure out, these are help desk technicians that are supposed to be looking at this to point people to when certain questions are asked. If a help desk technician can't figure that shit out, maybe they should go back to kindergarten so they can.
Maybe you should write the file out in finger paint so they could understand it.
They probably still wouldn't understand it because it would be words and not pictures.
Great big name for the group. I manage training videos. Another one, Microsoft 365 training videos. And then the topic that people are looking. we don't make it difficult so people can actually find what the hell they're looking for.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, I'll stop bitching now.
Sure, you will.
For about 30 seconds or so.
Breathe.
But it's like, okay.
Oh, I've actually given up. They're going to do away with my job when I retire, and
They
they're
say
going to
that
try.
now.
No, and they're going to try and foist it off on the other 4 people, one per work crew, that do something similar. And they've already got so much of a workload they can't even get their own jobs done every day, and they expect them to do my job too. My job was invented so that the quality manager would not have to leave his office and do the things that I do. They wanted an hourly person to do this, so I did. I get the feeling those days are coming back. Because the shift quality control people are not going to have time to do it, and they're not going to have the inclination to even try. I heard another pang. It's Joe Bachman whenever he manages to find the correct setting on the TARDIS and actually join us. Right now he's a phantom ping in the background of our existence. No.
John, did you get your hair cut?
Who? Me?
You.
Yes.
Looks nice.
Well, thank you.
Don't ask me why I noticed it, but you know.
I was going to say, I knew Don wasn't talking to me because, well, obviously.
Well, your hair does look a bit different, but that might just be the headphones.
Who, Skunks?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you know why it looks a bit different, John? Because it's longer since the last time you saw it.
Maybe.
Not by that much.
I saw you a month ago.
Yeah. Well, my hair grows pretty fast.
There he is.
Hello, Joe.
Hey, Joe.
Welcome
And it is
to the
Crow. It is a
madness.
full house tonight.
Hey, and when
Awesome.
Joe
Nice.
Dog gets back, we're going to be stretching the screen a little. That's okay. We ordered a screen stretcher.
How much did she cost?
Was she on sale?
No. That's all right. It's worth paying full price.
Did not put Donna and I in the same room.
I put it on Joe Dog's credit card.
Denied.
That's okay. That money's already been spent. Brand new 280Z. And if you get that reference, you're old.
I'm not old and I didn't get it.
That's okay. There was a music video done by a fairly prominent talk show host right after Johnny Carson retired, and it wound up playing on MTV for quite some time, and it was extremely entertaining. But, just go on YouTube and look up "You Make Me Say Ow." And it's spelled with an A and a lot of W's, not an O. Although there might have been some
Yeah,
O's
but
involved.
Arsenio Hall, wasn't it? Or
Yes,
or whatever
yes.
the character was he was doing. The
Chunky A.
Chunky A. That was the one. Yes.
Oh my God, Arsenio Hall.
Hey, it was probably the highlight of his career.
Wait a minute.
Although he was a very good interviewer, not as good as Johnny. He was much better than Jay Leno as an interviewer. As far as their comedy routines, their stand-up, that's subjective.
What did you
whichever
do,
like.
Don?
I hit my knee in my desk. Because why not? Uh-oh.
Ooh.
Oh, getting fancy now.
He's moving it closer to me.
Ooh.
Oh,
Cherry
I'm jealous.
cordials. Nice.
Oh
I
my.
love those. Ah,
That one is really good.
I merely have peanut butter Reese's peanut butter chunk ice cream
You know,
with
Little
butterscotch.
Little Debbie makes a peanut butter bar cookie or ice cream.
Well,
That
Little
tastes
Debbie also makes cherry cordial ice cream.
and cosmic brownie. They have a cosmic brownie ice cream.
Which one? Which one? I
wouldn't
think
be,
I tried.
wouldn't be as good as the one I got at Woodstock.
I think I tried the cosmic brownie, but it was when I had COVID, and so it kind of was like.
Yeah.
Yours is frozen. Mine's almost soup because I didn't expect Joe Dog to be gone.
All right, I'm back.
Oh, that froze your ice cream real quick, didn't it?
Mm.
Look at that, Joe.
Just sitting here,
All right,
having some ice cream in our
I
ice
need
cream
one more to
truck.
max out the screen.
I did not know this. Little Debbie has 13 different flavors of ice cream.
Really?
Yes.
Christmas cake.
Until Ted showed that, I didn't know Little Debbie had.
Yet the Swiss rolls, cosmic brownies, honey buns, nutty bars, oatmeal cream pies, strawberry something I can't read because it's
Strawberry shortcake, probably.
stylized. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to find a whole list.
Yes, well, you'll have to put Little Debbie cherry cordial on your list for next week.
Yes, Carl, it's cherry cordial ice cream. There's cherry cordials broke up into this with yeah.
Just enjoy.
I hope none of it goes down the ice cream shirt.
I'll try not to.
Not the green room.
That butterscotch topping will be pretty sticky down there.
Not the green room.
Yeah.
Need one of Richie's signs.
And they're still packed away over there.
That's okay.
And
I'll just think it really loud.
Actually, wait, no.
And you notice how all the guys went quiet.
Well, Carl asked if you put butterscotch sweet drizzle on yours.
Oh yes, it's although it's Reese's peanut butter ice cream, I have butterscotch drizzle on it.
Is it sweet as Joe?
Nah, I've kissed Joe, and it's not quite as sweet as he is, but it's pretty sweet.
Not sweet drizzle.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing better, a little bit of sweet drizzle.
The straight lines just write themselves. Shut up, Dan. I'll get us monetized. Not demonetized, monetized.
Hey, we've got so many warnings and hand slaps will never be monetized.
Well, here's to not being monetized.
I actually got my first 48-hour ban last week after all these years.
Ooh, how'd that happen?
Through diligent effort.
I was encouraging violence because I told my dear husband's old schoolmate she needed to come over and kick his butt.
We got a new viewer that wants to know what do we usually talk about.
You never
This
know.
kind of shit.
You never know. We don't know.
This is totally improv. There is no script whatsoever. There is no designated topic to start a show. We just
I
click
don't
the
think
button
anybody
and
could write
go.
a script for this.
Hey, if you wrote a script for it, nobody would believe it.
And nobody to read it.
Or follow it.
I was going to say either Dan or I could write a script for it, but yeah, no one would believe it.
No one would stick to it either.
Oh, that's the thing. Yes. Oh.
Other sticky things happening.
Yeah, look at that mother go. That's usually what me and Zach say on launch days, right?
Something like that.
Good resist. Good resist.
Hey, Zach. Does this remind you of one time at church camp?
Oh, so many.
Oh.
Oh God. How that place.
Yes, my son.
No.
This is really good, actually, by the way.
Mm. So is this. You wouldn't think that peanut butter would go good with butterscotch, but it does.
I didn't see that.
We also have Snickers, which I was thinking of, but of using. But then I'm like, no, I don't want to step on Don's creamy nuts.
The sign's over there, remember?
So, hey, Joe Dog, you'd get a kick out of this little video I just found on Facebook.
Yes.
It's a 1982 Chevy S10. However, it's got a V8 in the back, and where the engine should be, they've made a fuel tank out of an Anheuser-Busch beer keg.
Oh, it's a wheelie popper.
Mm-hmm. Big
I
time.
hope it's not a pony keg, because you need more gas for something that size.
An S10?
Well, with the V8 shoved down in it, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's true.
You need a 55-gallon drum is what you need.
Oh,
Those
Dan,
things are
you're
thirsty.
gonna love this. Volkswagen has a straight six, but it's a staggered straight six.
You got some splaining to do, Lucy.
Isn't that like an oxymoron?
I was about to say that doesn't make it a straight six.
Yeah, well, it's inline, but it's they've staggered them. And the thing is, it was originally designed to be a diesel, and it's like that much room between pistons of steel.
So it's inline and staggered, so it's drunk.
Yeah. And it was designed to be a diesel. These hot rodders are getting it to, it's becoming more popular than the little Honda motor because they can pull nearly 1,000 horsepower out of 6 cylinders.
Yeah, so what you're talking about is the, let's see here. I want to make sure that I've got, so it's the VR6.
Yeah, the VR6, that's right.
Yeah, the staggered six-cylinder engine. It's not a, it's not an inline. It's not an inline. It's straight up and down, but it goes in a zigzag pattern.
Yeah.
I thought maybe it would be referred to as possibly as a W6, but a W engine is the cylinders go out this way in a V, but also has a third set of of cylinders that come straight up. So it's like a combination of the inline and V at the same exact time. So, which is crazy to see. I didn't know that that's what the W in a W engine meant. So that's why a W12 is so compact, because it's basically a V8 with a 4-cylinder stuff inside of it. But no, that's called a VR6. The VR is the combination of the German words Verkürz and Reihenmotor, which means shortened inline engine. So, and there's also the VR5. There's another engine that they did the same exact thing to.
A 5-cylinder.
Yeah, so instead it would just take a VR6, knock the last cylinder off, so you have 3 and 2. And I think I'm trying to see here. No, so that's specifically a Volkswagen thing. It looks like. Yeah. Volkswagen and other VAG vehicles. So it's also in Audi, it's in Porsches, it's in Skodas.
Porsches, yeah.
And it's also been included in some other vehicles that are produced by Volkswagen Auto Group, but for other countries. So there's a Ford that has it, a Mercedes, a Winnebago.
Winnebago.
Yeah, there's a Winnebago
Sprinter.
Winnebago Rialta /Vista /Ithaca Sunstar. Hi, Hyundai.
And now you got the pirate eye patch from a cattail.
Yeah. Are you eating my hair again? Quit it.
She loves you.
She does. She loves me so much. I love her too.
Just like everybody else.
Come here, sweetie. Oh,
no. Mountain climbing. You're going to wind up.
She just wants to hang out on my shoulder and give me hugs. That's what she loves doing.
Either that or you get acupuncture or catchupuncture.
I'm wearing a pretty thick jacket, so she can't do that right now. She has jumped on me when I'm just wearing a t-shirt before and just locked in, and I'm like, little words I can't say on here without getting in trouble. But yeah, no, it's pretty. I did not know that's the VR6 was this design. So that's actually pretty interesting.
Pretty cool looking.
Now, the question comes to mind: was this thing designed for small airplanes, or was it designed for cars?
It was designed as a diesel engine.
I know people that have airplanes that would love something like that. 1,000 horsepower. You could gain some altitude with that.
And the you can put a supercharger on it or a turbo with the stock bottom end.
I'll be back.
Because they use the diesel bottom end and just converted the valves, the heads, to gas burners.
So this is interesting. This is interesting. If you're, this might be going over some people's heads, and I apologize for that. But we're doing car talk right now. Call in with your questions. It says here, since the cylinders are not located on the center line of the combined cylinder head, the lengths of the intake and exhaust ports are different for each bank. Without compensation, these varying port lengths would result in the two banks of cylinders producing different amounts of power at a particular engine RPM. The difference in port lengths are compensated for with the length of the runners in the intake manifold, the camshaft overlap, and lift profile, or a combination thereof. So basically what that's saying is that at certain RPMs, your engine would be torquing one direction or the other, and they had to put compensation in there to make sure that it doesn't do that. So, that's
makes
really
it sound like the angles and the distance between the pistons and the valves and whatnot are a vital part of making sure that the whole thing stays balanced and running smoothly.
Yep.
According to this, and I think this is very interesting as well, technically a VR6 engine is technically still a V engine. Because even though all of the cylinders are basically in line with each other, right? But staggered off by a little bit, they have to be at a 15-degree angle in order to fit in the piston rods.
That makes sense.
So it's still technically a V engine, but it's designed to fit a 4-cylinder engine bay.
It's a very narrow V.
Yes. And there's a 24 valve version, that's super awesome. 4 valves per cylinder. So, and there's some so they had started to phase out VR engines in favor downsizing turbocharged 4-cylinder engines. But then in 2017, they it says here it made an unexpected comeback. Versions of the 24-valve VR6 engines being produced for the Volkswagen Atlas.
Oh, so we could grab one just right down the street.
Pretty much, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Right down the street from my apartment. There's also a brand new VR6, but it's for the Chinese market only. A 2.5-liter turbocharged 24-valve produces 295 horsepower and 500 newton meters of torque. It's for the Volkswagen Terramount SUV and Talagon MPV, which are the Terramount is the version of the Atlas in the Chinese market, and the Talagon is a minivan version based on the same platform. But again, those are for the Chinese market only. So, if you look at the Talagon, from the tires up to the hood, it looks like an Atlas, and then from there on up, it looks like a Kia minivan. Very weird.
I could handle that.
Yeah, I got
Happy white dog.
Hyundai doesn't want to look at the screen. She's afraid of the dog. Or she's distracted by something. I can't tell. No, the door's closed. I don't know what she's doing. Just wants to rub her butt on me, I guess.
This is the fuzzball.
Like all the girls.
This is the fuzzball of the two.
I was like, I don't know if I've seen both of the dogs, Joe Dog.
Do what?
I don't think I've seen both of them. I don't know who I've seen and who I haven't seen.
Oh, much.
Honey bun, will you make a decision on what you want to do?
Suddenly, I'm glad Billy Numates is in the other room.
I think I'm still running solo. Yep.
I don't know where our fuzzballs are.
In the pantry with the chocolate cake.
Yeah, mine's cuddled up with my wife right now.
I'm thinking of changing this one's name to Muckin' Futz.
So, does anybody here want to contribute to my Send Skunk to get a more medicated fund?
Tell us about it.
Oh, I'm planning on going back to Chattanooga State and getting my CDL.
Oh, wow.
Anybody want to help me with that?
We'll see
How
what we
much
can
is
do.
it?
$2,000.
That's
What
not
is it,
bad.
Class A?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, apparently it's $2,000 for the whole program. I gotta go down there Monday and talk to financial aid office about what I can do. Because I was gonna try to get the there's a grant called a WIOA grant, and I was gonna try to get that. And they said I don't qualify for it because I made too much money at my last job. So instead, But I talked to them about they said there was a bunch of different stuff. They mentioned the FAFSA thing, which is like I've heard of that. That's just financial aid. That's just like a student loan, right? And it's like having a $2,000 student loan doesn't sound bad, but I also don't think I would qualify for a student loan because my credit's gotten so bad over the past few years thanks to a certain somebody screwing me over, and I haven't been able to pay any of that debt back.
Oh, it's not just student loan. I think that's also how you qualify for like the Pell Grants and stuff like that.
Yeah, they also mentioned the Pell Grant. I don't know what the hell that is either. All right. Come here.
I'm sorry, I'm just watching you do it.
She's being well, look, you can see what she's being right now.
She's officially petitioning to change her name. She wants the short name to be Buttons and the long name being Buttonface.
No, she's Hyundai. That's her Hyundai is her short name. Her long name is Honey Bunny Boo Boo Bear.
I'll be back.
She seems comfortable on camera. Start her only cats.
You come here, you little fucker. Oh my God, it's where she's most comfortable, man. I'm like,
oh my God, I had so much fun last week for a ball.
But here's the thing. Here's the thing. Like she gets to that point, and then she puts her paws on the back of the chair, and it's like, sweetie, you can't hang out back there.
Yes, you can.
You're going to fall.
I'm a cat. I'm graceful.
Ha!
Hi.
Oh my! I had so much fun hanging out at Furball Farm the other day. There's usually around 400 cats that are in that sanctuary at one time.
Yeah, we were talking about going down.
I didn't know you'd been in my yard.
There's a cat cafe in town, and I was like, "Can we bring a cat? Can we bring Hyundai? Would you like to go to the cat cafe?"
And forget to take it home. That was cruel. I didn't say that.
No, I would never. I would never.
The
problem with going to the cat cafe is showing up with one and leaving with three.
Yeah.
Skunk, go to a sanctuary that has 400 cats and then going, oh, I can't bring any home.
No, because I know what will happen. Dakota. All right, so Dakota. When we got Hyundai, right? When we got Hyundai, this is a great story. I was at work at the time, and I got a text message. It was like, I found a cat in my engine bay, and I was like, what? And so I called Dakota. Was like, is the cat okay? And they were like, yo, yeah, no, I went out to go get snacks, and I started the engine, and I heard the cat, and I went out there to go rescue her. And I was like, all right, well, we'll, I'm at work. This is like 9 a.m. I'm like, I'm at work. I'm not going to be able to get off work for a few hours. So I guess just take care of her, and we'll take her to the pound and, make sure that she's okay. And I was like, obviously we don't have any cat food or anything, but, I've got a can of chicken breast in the other room. Might give her that, maybe, and some water. And I don't know what else to do. So, throughout the day, I was getting more and more pictures and more things. And when I got home, Dakota was like, I named her. And I was like,
oh, you own it.
Now we have a cat. Because, and the best part about that was that Dakota had only been here for like 3 or 4 days. Like, of course you found a cat off the street and adopted it. You've been here a week.
Let me get this straight. The cat's first meal in your residence was chicken breast.
I don't know. We might have waited until my sister got off work and brought some cat food and stuff from the vet's office. We came by to check her out. That might have been her first meal. I'm not sure.
Well, I mean, just feeding a cat that had never seen you before really good food is a good way to get it perched on your shoulder for the rest of your life.
Well, she loves to sit on our shoulders for some reason. I don't know. I'll tell you this: she never wants to go back outside ever again. I took her outside one time because Dakota had just gotten home, and I was like, "Oh, let's go see Dakota. Dakota's home. Let's go see Dakota." And I took her outside. She attacked me, and I thought, "Oh no, I'm dropping her. I'm gonna lose her. She's gonna run off into the woods." And she tore ass back into the apartment. She could not get back in the apartment fast enough. I was like, well, at least we don't have to worry about her running away.
Definitely a determined house cat.
Mm-hmm. She's
yeah.
our little baby.
Yeah, I have to say with both of ours now that you open the door, you don't worry about them running out. George was outside, so he was used to going in and out, so we had to break him of that. But these two, oh my God, no, you open the door, the sliding door to throw something out the back, and they're just like,
Barry will try to get out occasionally. He'll get about 10 feet out, look around, and is like, why the hell did I want to come back out here again? And zip right back in the house.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Hobo, we open the side door to start taking out recycling. He runs for the back bedroom.
Close the blast doors. Close the blast doors.
I think when sometimes Carl said theirs are too quiet, he needs to go hunt them down.
Yeah, they're usually bothering one of us by now.
But they're not bothering either of you. So Carl has to go find out what are they into now.
Oh, it's like children. Many of you parents will know the feeling. Your children are too quiet. You need to go check them out.
Lindsay was trying to figure out what was going on with the dog. Because the dog was running back and forth between me and Lindsay on opposite ends of the house. Lindsay's watching British soap operas in the living room. I'm back here doing my thing on the computer. The dog's going back and forth and back and forth and back and forth, trying to figure out who she can bully into going to bed first. And I'm going, the time change has really screwed up the dog's circadian rhythm. So she wants us to go to bed. And she's pouting because, it's only 7:30. We're not ready to go to bed yet. And Lindsay goes, what's going on with this dog? And I'm going, honey, she's a teenager. She's sulky. And she's privileged, and she thinks she's going to get her own way every time, and she's forgotten who is the pet and who isn't in this three-way relationship.
Dan, you are the pet.
Yes.
Only for y'all, not for the dog.
Is that all of us, or just me and Donna?
All the women in the world beware.
Hey, baby girl.
That's the title of a Grand Funk Railroad album. Thank you. I was quoting popular, semi-popular culture. Not going to climb out of that one as if I was in a SR-71, am I? I get myself in so much trouble, and I love it. No, basically, once I told Lindsay that the dog is a sulky teenager. She wants her way. She doesn't understand why we don't obey. She hasn't asked for the keys to the car yet. Yet. Although she loves riding around in the car. As long as the final destination isn't the vet.
Well, Dan, there's a picture of George on his 16th birthday. I looked down. He had his paw sitting on my car keys. I was like, no, dude, you're not driving.
You're not on the insurance. No, you can't see over the steering wheel.
It was literally his 20th.
Princess the cat from Saturday Night Live.
I was like, you haven't gone to your driving classes yet. You can't go.
Really?
27 days, and my youngest can go test for their permit.
Does that make you feel rich?
Like buying a tank.
Stay off the sidewalks.
My oldest is 31, so I mean, I've felt old for a while. Another 6 years, and my eldest grandchild can qualify for their permit.
Oh, Lord.
Stay
I
off
don't
the
even want
sidewalk.
to think about my grandchildren driving.
I've been an old man since I was 16 and had my first bout with arthritis.
Donna, what are you doing?
That's for me to know and you never to find out.
Oh, you brought your head back up with a smile on your face.
Can't find him?
Carl's checking on cats, is what he said.
Well, yeah, she's a good
I'm
girl.
sure Carl's checking on cats. Yes, indeed. And
Charcoal's-
Carl has a long history of climbing under discs, too.
Charcoal's being a good girl, as usual, but Callie is nowhere to be found. That little so-and-so figured out how to open my bureau drawers.
Oh, yeah.
The bottom two.
Yes, Rich, I know. I'm thinking the same thing. Shut up.
I can read your mind, Rich, and I kind of like the story.
John, you're being too serious tonight.
Who, me?
Yeah.
Oh, no, just
He's played on the internet. He's not listening to us. We're trivia.
Actually, I am trying to find something to talk about, but today's a boring news day.
I have snow in the backyard.
And it's kind of depressing, too, because we had so many people die lately.
Yes, indeed. We have.
Well, we can always broach a subject that is more than likely near and dear to your heart, and how much of a dipstick Tommy Tuberville is. That's the senator that is blocking all the promotions in the military because of wokeness.
Tuberville, the former Alabama football coach.
No wonder. Oh,
Come on, my governor was a wrestler.
no, the occupation doesn't matter.
Is he still in office?
It's the Alabama part that worries me.
Which
you said your governor's a wrestler.
Sorry, Josh. That was not meant to be a dig at you.
Yeah, she's talking about Jesse Ventura.
Yeah, and he's been out of office for a long time.
He was only in for 4 years, wasn't he? I don't think
he
he got
only did
reelected.
one term because he believes in term limits.
Oh, got you all beat. 5 out of the last 6 Illinois governors in jail.
Hey, Donna, remember
Where
that's
they
where I'm
ought
now.
to be. I mean, as soon as they're elected, lock them up. That's where all politicians ought to be, in prison.
That's how you enforce term limits.
Yeah, really.
My town didn't even have an election this year. No one ran against the council.
Instead of having elections for like Congress and Senate, maybe we should have a draft.
I ain't running for nothing, thank you.
No, you get drafted into going
You
up
get
there.
drafted.
I'm moving
No
to
more
Canada.
elections. You get drafted
Zach, you
for
want
one
Dan?
term.
Say what?
You said you're going to move to Canada. I was trying to see if Zach would take you in.
I don't
But
think
he's
Zach's
not listening
listening.
either.
I don't think Zach's got a big enough beer fridge to handle me moving in. No.
No, I'm reading a 47-page government report.
He
right
lives
now
in
that's hurting my
Canada.
head.
Canada is a beer fridge.
I'd have to buy my own province. I probably could afford to. I could foreclose on Quebec. They're in receivership, aren't they?
Mm.
Yeah,
The one who would know is not
Zach's
paying
got a
attention.
46-page government report going. What on what?
China's going to beat us to the moon.
I don't think so. I think history has already proven that point wrong.
Let's just say the entire Artemis program just got destroyed by the GAO. And basically the GAO told NASA, get your acting gear and stop making fake timelines. It's okay. I got 4 more years to plan for our lunar landing coverage.
Didn't they just announce?
Did somebody in
launch
Congress
date for the
actually
next
take
Artemis?
a class in physics?
It's a problem. There's a lot in this. I've only read the summary 2-page document first. The lander doesn't work. The spacesuit they revealed to the public doesn't work because it doesn't have life support for emergencies. Slight issue since that's kind of the point of a spacesuit.
Exactly.
They planned the entire Artemis program around the average 79-month window it takes NASA to do something. And so far, we have done those 79 months plus another 13 months plus another 7. And we still don't have a working rocket. And yeah.
Someone
I'm only
has a
on
working
page
rocket.
3.
Someone has a
Starship will
working
make it to the moon
rocket.
first.
Well, the GAO says we'd be lucky if we're landing in 2027. So if China's going in 2029 with a base and they hear this, hello, space race. Legitimately.
We'd be lucky if we make it back to the moon by 3027 at this rate.
Well, I've always said SpaceX will put people on Mars before NASA puts people back on the moon.
Yeah.
Because SpaceX can human rate their rocket far faster than NASA can human rate a vehicle.
SpaceX can possibly put people on Mars before NASA can put people on the tour bus.
It's true.
Is it the Freedom Bus? Is it purple?
Is it the short bust of Valhalla? That's what I want to know.
Oh,
well, that's tomorrow night in the green room.
Yeah, Zach, I want to ask you something. Why did the guy throw a baseball at the window this time when he threw a shot put the first time?
The same reason he asked Elon Musk, are you sure that you want me to do this again? Because this was the delivery of Cybertruck today, and last time they sent a solid metal Cybertruck ball at the windows that were bulletproof and broke both 4 years ago. Well, today they delivered the first road ready to the public. Here, you've paid to have your Cybertruck. And Elon was like, well, you remember that event 4 years ago? Let's try it again. And they gave him a baseball just to make sure they didn't break windows on delivery day. And I did not like the confidence in him of like, we're really doing this?
Hey, at least they're not shooting frozen turkeys at the windshield.
I mean, they shot a Tommy gun at it. So even if the window breaks, the car's bulletproof.
Yeah, I mean, they unloaded an automatic 45 cal, which is Tommy gun.
Yep.
Man, it was knocking dents, but that's all it was doing.
When who shot their arrow at it? Was it Leno?
Joe Rogan.
No, Rogan. Rogan shot his arrow at it. It bounced off.
Broadhead
JR.
arrow.
Yeah.
It bent the end of the tip on it, and broke the arrow.
So you might get cut a little bit if the window somehow breaks, but you won't be dead. You'll be fine. And it only starts at like $60,000.
Well, except for the $60,000, that's exactly what they told me about my 70 Impala.
I like the
you only be a little bit dead.
I like the video where they raced it against a 911.
Like Bengals?
Towing a 911.
Yeah, they raced it against a 911. Showed it across the finish line. The Cybertruck kept going. It had a trailer with a 911 on it. The trailer crossed the finish line. Then the 911 crossed. I was like, oh, okay. Yeah, it can tow. I promote it more, but I don't have a referral code, so I get nothing from it.
I still want one, as long as it can haul a sheet of plywood in the back. Yes, it's a truck. I mean,
I think
seriously.
you got to fold the back seat down, but yeah.
I'm not sure I'm comfortable with a truck with a back seat, and then again, I'm sure I would be very comfortable with a truck with a back seat.
There's also a camper model. You can get like a thing to go on the back with like a whole tent option.
They got.
Yeah, I was looking at it. I was looking at it, and John may be interested in this. These things are almost military grade.
I wouldn't be surprised the U.S. military starts buying them. It won't replace everything, but I wouldn't be surprised for some stuff.
Of course, for a long time, the military had what they called the Cut V, which is civilian utility cargo truck vehicle. It was a Chevy Blazer. It was the K5. What's K5 Blazer?
Oh yeah.
But they modified a 350 engine, a GM engine, to be a diesel.
Yeah.
They're still using those damn things.
Of course.
I mean, if you go out in the Southwest, along the Southwest border where they're doing the mission to try and stop illegal aliens and stuff, that's what they're driving right alongside the Border Patrol.
Radar equipped to detect the flying saucers landing, yes.
They're junk. I mean, and they still run, but they had vinyl interiors.
Oh, that's a bad idea.
And then, of course, they've had these things since the 80s. I want to say it was an 84 K5 Blazer.
They had them when I was in high school. So
yeah.
that.
Can you imagine how old the dashboard? Because they've still got the GM style dashboard that's vinyl coated
and cracked
and foam flaking out of it and stuff like that. But what's funny is everything else in it's military. It's 24 volt, so it's instead of a 12 volt car system, it's 24 volt car system.
So it starts real quick.
Yeah. You're talking about that dash. I watch these car rescue videos where these guys go out and buy a car out of the field and work on it and all that, then drive it home. One guy walked up to one of those Chevy trucks and he's going, yeah, this is, whoa, the dash is not cracked. This is the one I'm buying.
Yeah, really. This one's had a 55-gallon drum of armor all soaked into it.
That's the only reason he bought it. I mean, it was rusted and falling apart, but he drove it 800 miles home.
Yeah.
I think about a quarter of the car fell off on the freeway, but
that can be replaced. It was going to have to be replaced anyway.
Was fine.
The dashboard, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, seriously.
He got it home. First thing he did was pull the dash out of it and put it in his other truck. Only reason he bought it was for the dashboard.
800 miles to be a parts truck. Oh my God.
Well, I'm gonna have to bail.
All right, Skunk. I'm glad you're here. Just
Hey, I'm gonna walk by and say hi. That's all.
Yeah, well, drop in anytime.
We love you and thank you for being here, and we miss you every time you're not here.
You guys take care of yourselves, all right?
All right.
All
Good
All
to
right.
see you
Bye,
again.
guys.
Take a light, man.
Bye bye.
I almost saw that front and I thought, why is there a deadhead sticker on the military?
You know, I just
It's not
remembered.
hard.
Hey,
I just remembered that thing had the you had to get out and manually lock for 4-wheel drive. Had the manual
Night,
locks on
Carl.
the front wheel.
Yeah.
By the way, did you guys ever find Calvi?
He hasn't said anything about it.
well, he's going to bed. He must be confident the cat's somewhere in the neighborhood. Did you check the third floor stair rail?
There's no way he can get to the third floor. So.
Parachute. You will believe a cat can fly.
I know Doberman Pinscher can.
Yeah, I've seen Remo Williams too.
He didn't believe he could, but
Gotta have belief in yourself.
You always.
I don't know if I've ever told this story. I was working midnights and I was still living with my parents at the time. I got home 7 a.m., tired as all hell, working in a factory, middle of the summer, hot as hell, injection molding facility, even hotter, no climate control. Get home, tired, laying in bed, and my bedroom door at that point in time, the latch was broken, so just a mouse fart could blow that sucker wide open. We had a dog at the time named Zeus.
Can you imagine what Joe Dog could do to that door?
Beautiful, beautiful red dog. Great dog. He came up, snuck down the hall, slowly pushed the door open to see if I was in bed. Saw I was in bed, pushed the door all the way open, walked slowly and quietly down the hall, and then came back down the hall at a gallop. Left at the door, hit me square in the chest, and before he knew what the hell happened, he was flying back out the door, not under his own power. You do not wake Richie up violently.
Richie responds violently.
I have two older sisters. It's you wake any of the three of us up violently, and we come up swinging.
Sorry, Joe Dog. Sorry,
we've
not
completed
sorry.
the
I'll
hook.
comment.
We've completed the hook before we've opened our eyes.
I'm the same way.
Shit.
Megan was 3 or 4, and she jumped straight on top of me while I was asleep on the couch. And all I did, I mean, it was just natural instinct to launch, and then I opened my eyes and I see my daughter going. So I'm having to reach and try to catch her. You know, she never did that again.
Hey, you learn. That's why Carl stands at the door.
That's because she wasn't prepared to cosplay the Open the Pod Bay Doors Hell scene from 2001 a second time.
Yeah. No, you hear the term graceful as a cat. That does not apply to my Calvin.
I was going to say that Kelvin and Georgette are cut from that same cloth.
And Barry.
You know how a cat skitters on tiles? Around here we call it feet don't fail me now. Well, just at the end of the little bit hallway from the kitchen is the back staircase. And some idiot had, back in the 70s, put carpeting all the way up both staircases. He was at the bottom of that, and he does his little feet don't fail me now bit, and his feet failed him. He went face first into the second step. And being the loving mother that I am, I stood there and laughed my ass off. Did you find him?
Hi,
You see,
Carl. I can
Kat?
hear you.
This is how they invented Velcro, is watching you try to climb stairs.
Well, one of the little puppies today was, well, she was chasing her brother, not paying attention, running through the yard. He ran right past Grillzilla. She didn't.
It's going to take a lot of buffing to get that dent out.
Well, that's
Megan will
and,
be pissed.
and until Charcoal moved inside, Calvin thought the only way to stop running was to go head first into a wall or something. I mean, he wouldn't even try to stop. It would just bam. And I swear to God, she came in and watched it one time and went, "Hey,
dork!
You know you can stop before you hit that."
Oh, we had one that was obviously a Matrix fan before the Matrix movies came out, because this one would run down the hallway and it would be 6 feet up a paneled wall, do a backflip, and land backwards, facing the way it had come on its feet. And I'm going, I don't think even Bruce Lee can do that maneuver successfully.
That's one good place stucco comes in handy, because
there are toe holds.
No, Charcoal doesn't seem to be able to climb it. She's our parkour kitty. You play laser light up on the wall with her, because when it's on the floor, she's like, "Yeah, right."
Joey B, are you sleeping?
No, he's working.
I could see that his
He's
eyelids.
earning every dollar the state is paying him. Don't give him any grief.
He was talking to someone a moment ago.
I keep forgetting I have myself muted. She asked if I was sleeping. I said nope, and I realized I'm still muted. 'Cause I know my headset's picking up the traffic noise, so I've been keeping myself muted.
I hadn't heard it.
How long are you on playing
Midnight.
Frogger at night?
We're out here from about 8:30 at night until 3:30, 4 o'clock in the morning, Monday through Friday. And then Friday night into Saturday, we'll be out here until probably about 6 a.m. or about 5 a.m. And then Sunday morning, we'll be out here until about 6 or 7 a.m.
So about closing time for the green room.
What,
Yep.
I mean, but how long the project that you're on, how long does it seem like it's going to be?
Too flipping long.
It's Indiana. The
It's a
answer is yes.
DOT project. It's going to take forever.
We'll never see Joey again.
Yeah,
Well,
but he
we
was
have.
on vacation, not working.
Yeah, my boss doesn't realize it yet, but as soon as I'm done with this bullshit, I'm taking a week off at least. We started off about 160, 170 patches needed to be done. We've been averaging about 12 a night. And then on the one longer night we've been able to work, we knocked out like 25. But we haven't even covered half of the area yet. We started at the 5.5 mile marker, and we're working our way to the 0, and we're at the 2.5 right now.
You're halfway
So
there.
we have covered a little more than half, but
Oh, Joe, you will like this. After they paved the road alongside my house, it didn't take them about a week before they put the yellow lines down the center of the road. That was about a month ago. I turned onto the road to go home after work today. they had finally come and painted the white lines on each side. And evidently, no one had told the painters that they were supposed to move branches and roadkill off of the road
That falls under
before
the,
they painted the white lines on the side. So you
that
got
falls under
fallen.
the not my effing job.
Yeah. So you got all kinds of little artistic details on the white lines on the side of this road.
You know what I thought you were going to say? That the water company or the gas company was out there digging up or patching a line.
If you got gas out here, you got a tank. If you got water out here, you got a well. Ain't no company doing none of this. We're so far out in the sticks, we don't get the Saturday night Grand Ole Opry till like Thursday afternoon.
Oh, that's an old one.
I know, but it's accurate.
We used to have a running joke here in town when they paved the street. They were taking bets on who was going to cut it first, the gas company or the water company.
There are streets in Athens that Evans, Clark County, city government, county government, combination of the two because they are combined, has decided that they were going to widen the road. What did they do? They made narrower traffic lanes. They didn't pave any extra. I mean, you've got transfer trucks driving on what is basically bike paths through parts of Athens, and it's 3-lane, 4-lane, and it was originally paved to be 1.5.
What is taking these guys so long? Good Lord.
Hey, Joey, you did see the Cards Against Humanity. This one I had to take a picture and show it to you. Hold on here. I'll share a screen so you can you see it? Once I share screen, never mind. Don't mind what I say.
I should be able to. Alright, I'll pull the phone up here.
What has Gary, Indiana ever done to you? Don't answer that. We're still on the family hour.
Joe and I can actually answer that question.
Yeah.
I threw that card and I'm cracking up, and everybody in my family's looking at me like you're crazy, which I am. But I was like,
you hang out with us. What other explanation is there?
If you're a region rat, you know.
Well, everybody knows our favorite time of year is 4th of July, especially around Gary, because then you play everybody's favorite game. Was that gunshots or was that fireworks?
That's what we play here in Peoria.
Hey, we played out in Danville.
That's the region in general because we are so damn rural.
Yeah,
and even in Crown Point,
we get the same thing. We get the same thing down here. Lindsay will go, I'm not sure if they're shooting off fireworks or if they're target practicing or if they're hunting deer. I'm going, that's a pistol. That's a deer rifle. That's a machine gun. Welcome to Saturday night in Madison County. And
that was nothing. Earlier today, we heard something went boom. I mean, rattled the windows, sent the dogs into a barking frenzy. I'm going, that was bigger than a shotgun. Power's still on, so it wasn't that. Sounded like that, but it wasn't that. Walked outside, and half the neighbors were out looking, trying to figure out what the hell it was. This one guy came out and says, "Is y'all's power off?" Yeah. It blew the breaker at the transformer.
Mm-hmm.
This was one of my other favorite ones from when we were playing Cards Against Humanity with my parents.
Uh-oh.
This is going back to the topic we just left. My first job supporting the firm that I work for now, we were an outsource. We were in Maryville, Indiana. I was supervisor. I was just ending my shift. Another one of my technicians was coming on, and he needed to talk to me outside, away from the other technicians. So we're sitting there outside talking, and we hear a bunch of pops, and we're like, "Oh, that sounds like some cheap fireworks going off somewhere." And then all of a sudden, we heard bullets cutting the air between us and the cars about 10 feet away from us. And we're like, "Okay, time to go inside and tell the guy that just left to go get food not to come back just yet. There's gunfire."
Sounds like my second oldest daughter's neighborhood in Hampton, Virginia. She hears snap, crackle, pop outside, and I go, wait to see if there's, machine guns involved, because there is gang activity where you live. And she goes, 16 police cars just went by. It's gang activity. Okay, just stay in the house.
That's not always the safest place. I had a friend down in, I think it was Houston, sitting on the throne doing what you do, and a bullet came through the outside wall into the inside wall, just missed his head by about 4 inches.
Well, he was in the right place then, because something like that happens, and you're going to be soiling yourself.
Really?
Yeah.
Valves are going to open, biologically speaking.
And being the wonderful person that I am,
oh God,
I told him, well, it's a good thing you're a little person, isn't it? 'Cause if he'd have been a regular sized person, it'd have gotten him. Got.
See, I figured you're gonna ask him which head it missed.
No. And for some reason, he moved out of Houston and moved to Ireland.
Oh, a much safer place, yes.
I'm like, you're going to be a little person in Ireland.
A good help.
It's magically delicious. Yes.
Just avoid wearing orange or green, and you're fine.
Really, just stick to the olive drab black vest. You'll be okay.
Yeah, I got kicked off AOL about then, and so I have no idea what happened to him, but
never heard from him again. Evidently, he wore orange or green.
Excuse me.
No, because we'd only exchange AOL email, so I had no other way of connecting with him once I got kicked off.
Well, then again, he could have discovered Guinness and relaxed, which is easy to do if you're drinking Guinness. You will relax really quickly, especially if it's draft.
The good stuff, yeah.
Oh, yeah. The good stuff.
Not that stuff they feed us here on Irish Day.
Yeah, really. That's, I hate to say that it's probably the same as the Foster's Lager that we get imported here into the U.S. Um, that's Canadian for beer. Um, it's not made in Australia.
You got Zach's attention.
Oh, well,
What you saying, Phyllis?
Well,
it does come in 2 quart Canadian cans, which is about
Oh, so 5 gallon.
yeah, really.
well, I understand. Okay, they gotta ship it over here some way, and kegs would be fine. Kegs would work. Bottles wouldn't be too bad, but
Oh,
metal bottles. That's as bad as putting it. I mean, that's putting it in a can that's shaped like a bottle.
hmm
Yeah.
And
um,
ooh,
there was a fellow that I knew well, he was in college. I was dating one of his friends. She was in college. I was no longer in college. He did a 2-year internship for his degree in Ireland and came back. He had adopted the accent.
easily
What
done.
what's better, he had brought back an entire suitcase full of duty-free Guinness in bottles from Ireland. That lasted about one party. I don't think I have ever been that intoxicated in my life before or since.
I don't know.
That was one.
You were pretty lit up at HallowCon this year.
I know I was
Yeah.
there.
This made HallowCon look like an AA meeting.
Oh shit.
That would explain all the chairs.
Yeah, exactly. I needed at least 3, but one of them was for the computer. Um, oh, but to listen to the man talk between the time he came back and the time his accent adjusted back to South Georgia. Now, don't ask me what he sounded like before he got the Irish accent because I didn't know him then. But oh my goodness, it was like watching a very high quality BBC drama because his accent was just spot on. He had it. And there was one day, just coincidentally, my dad and I went to the local landfill to, you know, throw the garbage away. And it just turns out he was parked right next to us doing the exact same thing. And I heard him talking, and I turned around and I go, "Oh, wow. I haven't seen you in years." He did not even know who I was.
Because you were sober.
Well, I was. I don't know about him, but just he just had just a bare fraction of the Irish lilt in his accent then, and I'm going, oh, that's it's like 5 years since the last time I've seen you, and you still have a trace of it in there, and we carried on a conversation for half an hour. He didn't recognize me at all. And I don't know whether that's a good thing or a bad thing, but I felt kind of bad because when I knew him earlier on, um, I wouldn't say we were good friends, but he was a fine drinking companion and an upstanding gentleman. But
I just got a message from Ted that Buddy's eye is being goofy, so I got to go give him some medicine and some all that fun stuff. So I'm gonna go ahead and sign off of here, but I should be back for
alright.
Last Man Standing.
All
Okay.
right.
Yeah, I'm actually going to sign off too because they've been working on the same patch for an hour now, and I want to know why. So I will see you guys later.
See you,
There
Joey.
we
All
go.
right. Be careful out there, Joe.
Yep.
I know it's kind of early, but can I get my outro?
Dig it up here.
John?
Hold on. She's leaving. That's all.
It's a little early, not terrible.
It's a little early, but it's almost the end of the show for me. So, but I'll see you guys. Some of you guys later. Some of you I will see Saturday.
Dawn.
Some of you I won't probably see till next.
And Dawn, beware. As of midnight tonight, we are in Whamageddon.
Yeah, I got.
Oh, it starts on December 1st?
It starts tonight at midnight.
I don't even
Oh,
care. I've already
good.
been
Thank
Whamageddon.
God.
I was Whamageddon in one store, went in the next store, and I was Mariah'd. I at the Mall of America on Black Friday.
It doesn't count until tonight.
I don't care. That was a twofer, and I'm not playing.
Really?
I was
I decided not to play a long time ago.
I was in the pet store giving the dogs baths because they had too much fun in the stuff in the backyard. So the puppies had to go get a bath. So I'm bathing one of them, and it comes on, and I went, "Yes, I'm out." They went, "You're what?" I said, "Whamageddon, I'm out."
Oh, I
They
thought
did.
you were out on something else.
Yeah.
Out of his freaking mind.
Hey, I did
That's
that
why
a
we
couple-
love
Guys,
him.
later. I just got the
That's
look.
why we love him.
Good night.
Yeah,
Night.
I was out of my mind about coming up on 8 years now.
Come on, you've been married longer than that.
No, that was stupidity.
I wouldn't have gone there. I really wouldn't have gone there because she's going to watch the show eventually.
No, she'll agree with it. No, but I went out of my mind about 8 years ago.
That's okay. They know you there.
And they wish I'd leave. Oh, have y'all ever seen that? I don't know what kind of competition it is. It's where a dog's got to run to the end of the thing, turn around on this footboard, then run back down, jumping little hurdles. And there's these big dogs that just take no time to get down there and back because the hurdles are only like this high. And then there's one little dog that goes last. And the rule of the competition is it has the hurdle cannot be much taller than the smallest dog. And there's this one video you're seeing these Australian shepherds and greyhounds, running down, boop, boop, back up. Here comes this little chihuahua looking thing. Yeah, about like that. Min pin, I think is what it was. He only jumped 4 times going down through there over the 4 hurdles. When he would jump one hurdle, when he'd land on the other side of the hurdle, he'd launch again and clear the next hurdle, probably 10, 15 feet away.
Yep. Manic energy embodied.
Yeah.
Yeah, not this one. Earlier, he was winded just from laying down.
I can relate.
Sleeping exhausts him. Gotta
How
take a
old is
nap
that
after
fella?
waking up.
Looks like he got a little gray in the muzzle.
Yeah, he's about 9. He'll be right around 10 years old come March. He's my little Bubba.
We had one who was a poodle.
Say hi, Bucky.
By the time he was 20, he could no longer see very well. Had not lost his sense of smell, but when we let him out, he would start to migrate along the path of least resistance all around the yard rather than the paths he was used to. And there were 2 or 3 times we had to go rescue him from a kudzu patch at the bottom of a 15-foot ravine because he just kind of wandered until he got in the middle of it and going, I don't recognize anything here. Help! And he was damn near 21 when he passed. Absolutely sweetest dog I have ever had. And I was the 3rd owner. Well, yeah, I was the 3rd owner. Lindsay was the 4th. And that was a very sad day for all of us right there. But he had a long, adventurous, and glorious life along the way.
This little idiot. A couple days after we got him home, we got the little harnesses from Pet Supplies Plus. Took him about a quarter mile down to the baseball diamond. Turned around, came back, and he pulled so hard he actually came out of his collar. So I'm sitting here trying to get the collar back on him, and he's staying just ahead of me and won't let me get the collar on him. But the thing is, he's walking the way home. And he bypasses the front door and goes right back to the back door, which is the door we came out of. And he's just sitting there waiting for me like, come on, let's go. There's food in there.
Mm-hmm.
I know where my bread is buttered. Come on, let's go.
Yeah, really. I've had my exercise. Now it's time to eat. Ah.
Be right back.
Here, I thought this was going to be an easy, nice little summary article. No.
What was it?
Are you reading it or writing it?
I'm reading and writing at the same time, page by page, because there's too much to read and come back to. I have to summarize it by the page.
Oh, my sweet summer child.
This thing is not going to work.
Nope. Nope. You have to read the entire thing several times and then come back to the word processor and go, okay, this is what I remember, so this must be the important stuff.
Well, the whole thing is like a summarized document. Like there's no the longest section so far is only 3 paragraphs, and that references 6 years of work being summarized. There's no long write-ups in this report.
Sounds like a government job.
Yep. Like, I don't know, NASA decided that they wanted to tell Axiom Space that the new spacesuits need to have 60 minutes of emergency life support, which apparently is like a multiple times what has ever been in a spacesuit, which, one, makes me concerned why our spacesuits have only had 20 minutes or less of emergency life support. Like, what if we broke the door? Like, we just... Bye.
You're gonna die, motherfucker. You're gonna die.
Like,
Yes.
and
Seriously.
they didn't tell Axiom until after they unveiled the spacesuit to the world And now Axiom's like, well, a bigger oxygen tank don't fit in that design. So we need to redesign. But you wanted us to fly demos this year. Well, that ain't happening.
You really give us a deadline, we can meet the deadline. Give us requirements, that's going to take a while.
Yeah.
So the takeaway I'm getting is this is not a suit you want to spacewalk in,
Much less
especially
bounce around on the moon.
no. This is an emergency reentry spacesuit, not a functional let's do some work spacesuit.
This spacesuit is the spacesuit that we are supposed to use on the ISS, the moon. Well, it's not the ISS anymore. We're building a different one for that. The moon, Mars, asteroids, and other things in between.
You're going to need more than a 15-minute air supply on Mars. Let me tell you that right now. It's cold, and there ain't no air pressure to speak of. And it's cold.
I don't get this. There's so many little things. NASA said they didn't want to be on the surface of the moon for more than a few hours. The first Artemis missions, this now puts it at 6.5 days. Because of the orbit they're putting the space station in. Someone might want to tell NASA 3 hours versus like 150 are very different.
I'll let you tell NASA something because nobody else has been able to.
Well, I almost caused an international incident with NASA on my first time ever on NASA TV. That was fun.
Let me guess. You said something that was common sense, and they totally freaked out.
No, I asked them a very valid question of, we know we're going back to the moon with our partners, but HLS can hold like 100 people. NASA and partners are only going to send 4 to the moon at a time, and only 2 are going to transfer and go down to the moon. Are you willing to Uber out the space and let some private people go at the same time? And the NASA director came out and he was like, well, we have no plans for that. That's not even a discussion. NASA will be descending down to the moon on Artemis alone. And then they went and answered another question, and someone very quickly came and told him, you need to retract that statement because you just told all our partner nations that we are not going to the moon with them, and this is a big problem since they're paying for it. So he had to come back, retract his statement. We're going with our friends. It's okay, just not private friends. I can just imagine like JAXA, someone's called up JAXA in the meantime. NASA says we're not going with it. It was the whole artificial timeline for All Mankind season like 5B spewed off from that press release. It was great.
And they're still going to wind up with Elon's crew with a fully established 16-acre moon base going,
hello.
Have you got any passports?
Yeah.
No. Hey, you guys want a cup of coffee?
Have you made reservations?
Yeah. Would you like the tour? We have the hop on, hop off moon rover. This is the map. Where would you like to go? We have an A route and a B route.
Oh, and with 6, you
Be
get
some
a
guy out
free
there
pass to the Marinibrium.
There'll be some guy out there, big sign says event parking, $100. You know?
I mean, somehow they convinced them to send up that huge gorilla suit to the space station. I can't wait to see the pranks we pull on the moon and Mars. Like, it's going to be great.
Meat noises everywhere.
If you build a base on the moon, you have to take up one of those kits for making your own cheese.
No one needs moon cheese.
It's got to be green. It's got to be green, or it's not moon cheese. The people that make food dye are going to make a killing. And over it all is the ghost of Douglas Adams going, did y'all even watch 2001?
Go out and plant a British Union Jack in the dirt and where it's laying down in the dirt on the moon, and go over and brush the dirt off, pull it up, and show this old British flag on live TV. Look what we found.
No, not a British flag, a Viking flag.
Had flags.
Okay, they probably had plenty of flags. It's going to be finding a historian that can say, "Oh my goodness, this is authentic." There's got to be a longship around here somewhere.
Klingon flag.
Oh yeah, Klingon flag would actually. Oh, better yet, Dan won't get this, but John will. The shit, I forgot what they go. The name on Battlestar Galactica, a colonial flag.
Oh, okay, yeah, I did watch the original.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the end of the series for Battlestar Galactica 2.0 is they jump to Earth. And when they come out of the faster than light jump, the ship's just falling apart on the backside of the moon as they fly over the moon. Parts are falling. Could you imagine what it would be like if, when we start exploring the backside of the moon, if we start finding spaceship parts laying there?
No, but I knew.
Wait a minute. We're supposed to find spaceship parts on the moon. We put them there.
I now have an insight into what set off the explosion on Moonbase Alpha originally. Battlestar Galactica just dropped parts down and set off the damn nuclear
containment field.
Containment dump. Yes. Thank you, John.
Hey, guess what?
Hey, kid.
Yes, it is.
Yeah. Hey, Kiri. Actually, according to the Battlestar Galactica, the second series, we are the Cylon human hybrids.
That would explain the 2 titanium screws in my knee.
Because, you know, if you think, of course, they say the humanoids as we know them just appeared 150,000 years ago. Deviating from all the other genetic. We're aliens.
You need to look up the writer James P. Hogan, and you need to look up the writer Larry Niven. Both of them have touched on this particular scenario before with great success. I don't know which one I would prefer.
Which one has it that that we're actually a protected species?
Oh, that would be the zoo hypothesis.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're just animals on display.
We're the protected species, and you know, like Richie says, they roll through the solar system, roll up the windows, and lock the door.
Yeah, exactly.
I could hear it now. They're as they go. Oh shit! This is that human area.
Let's go.
Roll them up.
So that's all anal probing in is the alien version of cow tipping. And all we've discovered is 1 in 9 doesn't mind it so much.
Oh, and John, you definitely need to check out the video I just tagged you in on Stupid o'clock. It's a 22.
I think I know which video you posted.
Hey,
About it.
Chris.
Yep, the Lords of Cobol. I'm going to let John explain this thing.
What?
Just watch the video. There's a diagram of a 22 firearm.
We ain't got time for this.
Of course, Zach's already over there looking. What is this?
Huh?
Oh, stupid o'clock.
Oh, I haven't opened it yet. I'm reading that NASA hasn't decided how to determine if they're ready for flight yet.
You're not
I'm
right.
glad this isn't my taxpayer.
How do you fire that thing?
It's gas operated.
Maybe.
Just fires faster for some people than others.
Not the green room.
Did you look, Donna?
No. No.
What am I looking for?
Don't. I'm warning you now, Zach. Don't.
Oh, the what is this thing?
Don't. Yeah.
Yeah. What the? No, the
I warned you.
it's I tagged John and just went WTF. That's the one.
I don't know I want to click on this, Joe Dog.
No, you don't.
Just remember who posted it.
Yes. Do not go to Stupid O'Clock's web or group page on Facebook. Do not click on the "What is this?" link. Okay, with the guy with the beard. Do not click on it.
He doesn't.
Oh God, Ronan.
Yeah.
Nobody listens to me. I just said
I'm gonna
No, I
say
didn't
John.
click on it.
I didn't click on it. I recognize him.
And what's the next thing I hear? Oh God, Ronan. You know, I mean, it's just.
They're just watching.
You people
No, I
ain't
know.
right. Okay, that's just...
It's Ronan, so I'm like, nope.
Nope.
With Ronan, it could be something good. It could be something bad. Just stay petty,
Okay.
y'all.
Okay, let me put it to you this way. He starts off the video by saying, I've never done a video from the bathroom before.
I have.
Better acoustics.
Joe Dog's like, which launch was that?
That was a sub. No, never mind.
Space toilet. Yes.
Oh, I remember.
You're starting to have
Well,
a problem.
hey, it's time to go. We got to say bye.
Bye.
All right.
Good night, everybody.
I got to find the button.
That's
There it
all
is.
right.
There it is. Good night, everybody.
Push the button.
Oh, I have slept the surly bonds of earth and danced the skies on laughter-silvered wings. Sunward I've climbed and joined the tumbling mirth of sun-split clouds and done 100 things you have not dreamed of. Wheeled and soared and swung high in the sunlit silence. Hovering there, I've chased the shouting wind along and flung my eager craft through footless halls of air. Up, up the long, delirious, burning blue, I've topped the windswept heights with easy grace, when never lark nor even eagle flew. And while with silent, lifting mind, I've trod the high, untrespassed sanctity of space, put out my hand and touched the face of God.
Good night, everybody!